What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick demonstration over tape guitar by Thenatan. Quick disclosure, Thenatan is the sponsor of today's video. Shout out to them. But no worries, they're not going to see this video before you guys, and all the opinions in this video are mine and solely mine. So let's go ahead and hop right into this. All right, guys, so as you see right here, they call tape guitar a soulful lo-fi guitar VST plugin. I'm not going to hold y'all. This is really for lo-fi. I mean, I don't want to say strictly for lo-fi, but this is for lo-fi. With this, you will also get blur effects for free. So this is just kind of like a cinematic. It just kind of washes the sounds out for you. And I'll demonstrate both of them in this video. But let's go look at this tape guitar. So as you see here with this tape guitar, you get different controls over different things. Like you're going to get your main guitar, you get picks, you get a synth, and then you get effects and a bunch of other effects and stuff here at the bottom with this thing. It's got like, I believe, over 300 different presets. As you see, you're going to get ADSR, all that other stuff. You're going to get different textures that you can add, stretch, width, crush. We'll go over all this here in just a second. I'll let you guys hear a few of the sounds that they picked out because they did they know what the good sounds are. So here are some of the sounds that they picked out in their demo. This guitar is fire. I use this one in my demo, so you're gonna hear it again. We'll play one more. So the guitar is going to have a bunch of sounds that sound like that. Let's go ahead, hop back into FL Studio and check this thing out. All right, so when we hop into FL Studio, this is what tape guitar is going to look like. As you see here, you've got, like I said before, you've got your guitar here, you've got your picks and clicks, you've got your synths and pads and your FX and beyond here. When you look down here, you're going to get a bunch of different textures. As you guys can see, we'll go through some of that stuff. You get stretch, width, crush, and filter. And then over here, you're going to get some more effects like your pumper, your panner, your pitcher, your dropout, wobble, velocity, and MIDI. You can hit this right here to show the effects window. So right here, you have different speaker types that you can use. So whether it's from YouTube, I'm saying a VHS, car, whatever it is, you can turn that on and off. And then you have some more effects that you can mess with over here, from your chorus to your wah, flanger, reverb, delay, distortion, filter. Whatever you click on will expand that window. So you see here, whatever I click on, it'll expand that window for me. Pretty solid. And then right here, you can click this and it will bring up your presets. And then over here, if you click this, if you click this, it'll bring up randomized menus. So it'll randomize sounds, effects, and then everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty solid. So I made a little demo beat like always. All of the melodic stuff that I used in this beat is from tape guitar. So I'll go ahead and play this so you guys can check it out. All right, so that's the little demo beat that I cooked up for you guys today. Remember when I told you that that one sound I used in my beat? It was the first sound I picked out. It was this sound right here. Let's go ahead, hop back into tape guitar. Let me go ahead and just highlight this whole section since the second half changes here. And I'm gonna go ahead and replay that. I've got some other melodies and stuff I'm gonna run through when I go through a bunch of the presets. But let's go ahead and hop back into this. This new FL Studio is throwing me off a little bit, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. So as we hop back over here and we open tape guitar back up, we'll see here it's on this menu. In order to get it back to the regular menu, you just push this again. One kind that I have, and it's with some of Thenatan's plugins. My boy, you got to give us the presets up here at the top, and you got to give us an arrow so I can just scroll to the next preset, so it makes it easier, so I can just already be on this page. Just my thoughts, but just make it easier to find the presets. But as you see here, so we have different stuff that we can use. So, you know, you've got different guitars here that you can go through. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off everything else for just 1 second. And this is just what this guitar sounded like by itself. It probably would sound better, to tell you the truth, if I moved it down an octave, because it sounds, you know, super bellish right now. But that's what it sounds like down an octave. So now let's say we change one of these guitars. So I'll let you hear a few of these other guitars in here. Doesn't work for that one, though, huh? So let's go ahead and jump that back up an octave. All right, so now when we hop back into this thing, again, like I said, there's just a bunch of different guitars you can use in here. All right, and so with this tool, you've got your picks and your clicks over here, so I can turn my picks and my clicks on. See how you're getting just different clicks and stuff in here? I'll pick one more. You can also change the pitch on that too. So it just adds a little something to the beat. You also have pads and stuff that you can use here that to add the layer with it. All right, so let's turn the pumper off for just a second. All right, so then with this, we can also, let's go ahead and pitch this back up 12 semitones. Then we have different effects that we could throw on this thing too as well. So we can simply turn this on, and now yeah, so you can do a bunch of cool stuff with this. Let me find another preset real quick. Maybe I didn't do the greatest job of demonstrating that preset after I changed everything up. But let's say we come into another random preset. Let's see what this one sounds like. All right, so we popped in this one. It sounds like. We have more here. Let's see. Let's just check out some random sounds here real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my other project so you guys can hear another melody. All right, so I have a different instance of this pulled up because it just had different melodies on there. I wanted to play a few different melodies so you guys can kind of hear what it sounds like on different melodies. So this is another different one of the presets and what it sounds like. So that sounds pretty cool. Like you see down here, you got light rain. So I could change all this stuff up if I wanted to. I could put, let's see, let's put a crackle on here real quick. So it's pretty solid. You know, you just have a bunch of different noises down here that you can use. So you got fridge, hard disk, intense rain. Let's see what this intense rain sounds like. And then you have your stretch, your width, your crush, and your filter down here. So what's kind of cool about this is all this stuff right here just controls this the texture and all this stuff right here. So that's pretty solid. Let's mess with some of these different effects over here real quick so you can kind of hear what some of these sound like. So that sounds pretty cool there. We'll listen to a few presets here. As you guys already know, with the effects and stuff, we'll mess with some of these too, some of these clones so that you can hear what this sounds like. That's pretty cool, and it tells you what all the stuff is too that's working with. Let's put this wah wah on real quick. And you guys can hear how I've super lo-fied this out now. Okay, let me go ahead and save this real quick. Sorry. Let me go ahead and save this real quick. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. All right, so let's go ahead and check out some more of the presets though, real quick for you guys. So I'm just gonna check some of these out at random. Some of these are super lo-fied. Some of them, you know what I'm saying, are gonna sound like a guitar. All right, guys. So, I mean, basically, that's what I got for you guys in this video today. What are my honest opinions on this plugin? I think that the plugin has a lot of potential, honestly, if you make lo-fi beats. I know a lot of times when I do some of these videos, somebody will be like, I don't like the way that sounds or whatever, because they make a completely different genre than whether it's a trap or whether it's synthwave or house or whatever it is. So they might not like the sound. Before you attack, just remember, if you're making old school stuff, they're using 80s synths, people in the 2020s, they think that those sounds aren't necessarily the greatest anyway. So sometimes we have to keep an open mind with that. My pros on this are definitely all the functionality that you have. You get a lot of control over everything. You get 4 different layers. The more you mess with it, the more comfortable you're going to get with it. You're going to get all kinds of different effects. So you're going to get effects on the front page, effects on the second page, and then you get that special effects area that does a bunch of dope stuff with it too. That's pretty fire. And then you get just a bunch of different sounds, a bunch of different presets, a bunch of different controls. My 2 cons with the plugin though would be what I said earlier about, can we get the preset menu up top? Well, three. I got 3 cons. I wish the categories were broke down a little bit better. And although I understand that it's a lo-fi plugin, I wish that there were more clean guitar tones in it, and there's more usable guitars for different genres. So I've done reviews on a bunch of stuff by Thenatan. You guys know I love Thenatan. It's like one of the companies I rock with. He's made plugins like Tape Piano and Tape Piano 2 or X8, but Tape Piano wasn't just a lo-fi piano. It was a piano that you could use for trap, you could use it for boom bap, you could use it for pop, you could use it for house music, you can use it for all kinds of different genres. And I just wish that with this plugin, you would have looked out for more genres than just lo-fi, because it would have made more people want to grab this plugin. So I'm just being real. Oh snap, before I get out of here though, I forgot to play Blur for y'all. My God, I got to get my life together. Let me load up tape guitar again. I need to get my life together. But I'm gonna play Blur for you guys real quick so you guys can kind of see what this is like, and then we'll get out of here. But honestly though, I do think this is I just think that it does need a few things just to make it slap a little bit harder. But here we go. I've got the project loaded up right now. As you guys can see, I'm about to add Blur onto this thing right here. So you guys have already heard this beat. This is what Blur is going to look like. And basically, this is just going to wash it out for you. So you get, you know what I'm saying, more blur, less real. And then right here is the blur gain. So again, before I turn Blur on, I'm just going to copy the little section of the beat where it's just the chorus, and then I'll put the wash over that. So this is again what this part sounded like. And I'm just putting Blur on everything because I would use this as a transitional effect. You can use it for whatever you want to, but that's what I would use it for. So then this is what Blur is going to sound like as I start turning it up. So you can hear it's like adding a little bit of delay, reverb, a filter. It's doing a whole bunch there underneath the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's doing what it's supposed to be doing, I guess. But this thing is all right. I mean, that's all really you're going to get on this thing. There's not a lot of controls underneath the hood. You just got gain, and then you got the blur. So that's not bad at all either. Sorry, I waited until the end to show y'all that. I meant to show y'all that earlier, but I was just messing with everything else because there's a lot to go through with this plugin. But that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully I could help you guys out. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. I appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the key.